Welcome to Homemade Madhu. Let's make healthy and tasty, no maida, no rawa, no oil, but very less ghee wala Kaayi holige, Kaayi bobattu, bobattu or Bhakshalu, or also known as Nariyal puranpoli. I'm also going to be sharing the techniques of making perfect Kaayi holige without maida or rawa. Kaayi holige or Kaayi bobattu is made on special occasions and certain festivals. First, let's prepare the dough for the outer layer of the Kaayi holige. Here, we will not be using maida or rawa, but we will be using wheat flour and only 1 teaspoon of ghee. Here I have 3 cups of wheat flour. This we will be kneading it into a dough, soft dough, using water as required. Salt to taste, it's about half a teaspoon, and turmeric little less than half a teaspoon. And this is cardamom powder. I'm using little less than 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cardamom, or you could crush 1 pod of cardamom and use it while kneading the dough. Here I'm mixing salt, turmeric powder, cardamom powder into the dough, and I'm going to use water while kneading the dough, little by little, not all at once. Knead this into a soft dough like how we would for parathas. Then let's smear 1 teaspoon of ghee so that it can avoid oxidation and the dough remains soft. We will let the dough rest for a minimum of 60 minutes. You could leave it for a maximum of 2 hours. In summers especially, otherwise it tends to turn sour. We'll cover it and let it stay. Now let's make the coconut stuffing. For this we will be needing grated coconut of about 2 cups and half the quantity, that is 1 cup of jaggery. So the proportion is 2:1 of coconut and jaggery powder. We would need water of about 2 tablespoons. The main flavor would be coming from cardamom, so I've taken about 1 teaspoon of ground cardamom, and this is poppy seeds. We've taken about 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds. This will give it that rich taste to Kaayi holige. Also 1 teaspoon of ghee. Firstly, let's roast the poppy seeds. Just take a pan and transfer the poppy seeds and keep stirring it till the poppy seeds start popping. Dry roast it, do not add any ghee, till you hear this popping noise. Let's prep the coconut. Transfer the coconut into a mixie jar and just pulse it. Do not add any water. You do not want a paste of it. You just want it to be little finer. After that, grease the pan with little ghee. This is to avoid getting anything stuck to the bottom of the pan, especially because I'm using a steel one. Pour in the jaggery powder and the water. Let the jaggery melt. We do not want it to form a thick syrup. We just want it to melt like this. At this stage, we will be adding coconut. After 2 minutes of stirring it, let's add in the poppy seeds. Let's let it stay for about 7 minutes. Add in the ground cardamom. At this stage, let's take a pinch of the stuffing and try to make laddus. If it's not possible to make laddus, then our stuffing isn't ready. Stir it a little more. This should be on a low flame. Let's take a pinch of the stuffing and try to make a laddu out of it. Now you can see I'm able to make laddu. That means our stuffing is ready. We will let this cool down before we start making the parathas. This is how our dough would look after an hour. Let's make balls out of our dough and also of the stuffing. Now we would roll it like how we would any paratha. Just dust a little flour, dust off the excess flour, roll it out into a small circle, and then fill in our stuffing. Then we will cover it and make a small potoli out of it like this. Cut off the excess flour, we don't need the excess dough. Press it, dust your hands with a little atta and spread it out as much as possible. Then we would roll it out with the help of a rolling pin, dusting little flour on either sides. Start from rolling from the outer edges here so that there is no border and the stuffing reaches every corner of the holige, and dust off the excess flour. Here I'll show it again. Take a small ball of the dough, flatten it, dust it with a little flour, start rolling it towards the inside and make it into a small circle where the middle part of the circle is little thicker. Now we'll fill in the stuffing, the ball which we had already kept it ready, and start covering it from all the sides, making it look like a potli. We'll take off the extra part and then flatten it with our palms like this. Dust a little flour and start flattening it from all the sides as much as possible in the palms before we roll it out. What this will do is we will have the stuffing all over the holige, especially on the borders too. Now let's roll it out using the rolling pin. I've dusted a little flour here and I'm rolling it. Now I'll start rolling it from the edges like this, and I'll try to get it into a circular shape. There you go. You can roll it out as thin as possible, or if you want more of a stuffing, you can take more of a stuffing into it. I keep it medium sized and dust off the extra flour. Heat the tawa, transfer the holige onto it. Once we see the raised spots like this, we will flip the holige. You see it is roasted a little on the sides. We'll press it at places so that it cooks evenly. We will flip it again. When you see the raised spots, at this stage, since we have roasted it on both the sides properly, we will be adding ghee. I'm just smearing a little ghee all over. I will flip it and apply ghee onto the other side now. Then within the next 15 seconds, we will have a perfectly roasted holige. I'm just pressing it on the sides so that it's cooked all over, flipping it, doing the same thing, and you can see that our holige is ready. But I like crispy roasted holige, so I'm going to let it sit on the tawa for a little while more and have this dark brown spots all over. And you can see that there is almost negligible amount of dry atta on the tawa. This beautiful traditional tray, planter and antique brass look-alike objects are a DIY. Please check the link for the description box. And here are our crispy holiges, Kaayi holige. And you can see that there is a lot of stuffing inside, although these are rolled out very thin and without maida and without any oil and very less ghee. And there you have the recipe for the perfect Kaayi holige, healthy Kaayi holige. Do give it a try and keep watching Homemade Madhu.